Do you get annoyed sometimes when people make blanket statements like crypto is a scam? I do. There are lots of honest projects out there, but not all, unfortunately, and oftentimes it doesn't take all that much research to uncover something shady. One sector of the crypto economy that has been especially hard hit by the more shady actors has been CeFi lending, so centralized finance lending. And we can thank Celsius and their irresponsible and dishonest behavior leading to their bankruptcy. For this, they've been major bad actors in this regard. But that being said, not all CeFi lending is bad, and not all CeFi operators are dishonest just because a couple of bad operators have been. And because they play such an important role in our industry today, I'm going to show you my 5 favorite CeFi lenders. In fact, we're going to do a comprehensive breakdown of their strengths, some of their weaknesses, and some of the competitive advantages that each brings to the table. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. We are a crypto investment research company. CeFi, DeFi, whatever you're into, if you choose to invest in crypto, be aware that it carries corresponding risk. This video is only ever meant to be informative in nature. Do not take it to be official financial or investment advice. Let's get real now and talk about truth, and we can begin here with perhaps an uncomfortable truth, but it is that the crypto industry actually needs centralized finance. No one loves DeFi more than we do at Altcoin Buzz, but for a couple of different reasons, including convenience and having easier on and off ramps to fiat money, CeFi does have an important role to play. There's no denying that. And so with that in mind, we are doing today a competitive feature analysis of 5 platforms. They are NEXO, BLOCKFI, UHODLer, CoinLoan, and Binance Lend. And I bet that you probably believe, as I do, that quality crypto projects hold their value better than dollars, euros, yen, pesos, whatever your currency of choice may be. If that's the case, if that's what you believe, again, as I do, then stay tuned. If you want to find out specifically which lender lets you borrow in crypto and pay back in fiat. All right, we're going to be referring to this table quite a bit. We have the 5 platforms that represent the columns at the top. We're going to break this down here, beginning with features. And feature number 1, we're considering which platform has its own token and whether or not that matters. In some cases, you can earn more or pay less with a token like NEXO, maybe CoinLoan's CLT or BNB. And in fact, 3 of our 5 platforms do have coins, and those are NEXO, CrowdLoan, and Binance Lend. Now, it's important to understand that Binance Lend does not have a coin for its lending business, but NEXO and CoinLoan do have one for theirs. Now, it's BNB you would be buying, which is something that we like, but it's not indicative of the quality of its lending business specifically. That being said, if you like using their platforms, all 3 make it easy, cheaper, and better if you buy their coin. And as a borrower, you can buy down the interest rate. As a lender, you can earn more if you hold their token or receive payments in their token. And all reduce fees if you pay, by the way, in their token. So if you're a fan of the platform already, it probably makes sense to hold at least some of their tokens as well. And as you can see here, 2 of the platforms, BLOCKFI and UHODLer, do not have coins of their own. But that's not necessarily a deal breaker. Let me know, guys, in the comments below whether or not this is a variable you care about. All right, feature number 2. We're looking at the top stablecoin interest rates. Here, we're looking at which platforms pay you the top rates for your stablecoins that are being held. I know that many of you are holding stablecoins right now, waiting for a good time to buy, perhaps. So let's see where you can earn the most interest while doing so. And by the way, this is a strategy that we've always advocated for. We've always been behind the idea of holding some dry powder, at least some, in the form of stablecoins, and also profiting from high interest rates at the same time whenever possible. In this case, the winners are NEXO and CoinLoan, both offering 12%, which is a pretty sweet interest rate. Non-US dollar holders get the double benefit of the US strength against your home currency and the 12% yield in digital dollars. Let me know, guys, if this is a strategy that you are employing. If so, which is your stablecoin of choice? Are you holding, staking, lending, investing? Let us know in the comments below. All right, feature number 3 that we are considering is the number of cryptos you can use as collateral. So in other words, what cryptos can you borrow against? And here we have 2 clear winners. If you're talking crypto only, then Binance wins with 65 different options. But if you want to also borrow against fiat or not deal with a Binance account, perhaps, then the overall winner is NEXO. With the choice of 56 cryptos and 40 fiats you can borrow against, you're always going to find some asset to use as collateral, something that works for you. BLOCKFI, thanks to its American origins and desires to be fully licensed and compliant in the US, they only allow 4 cryptos for collateral, and those are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and the PAXG, P-A-X-G gold-backed stablecoin. Those are crypto that BLOCKFI believes the US government will not restrict by labeling them as securities. Moving right along now to feature number 4, highest interest rate borrowers pay specifically. And look, even though we invest, there may be a time when yourself or myself, there may be a time when we want to borrow. So I looked here at how competitive the interest rates are. And if we lend on the platform to earn, the interest rate they charge customers is important because as we've seen, and Anchor, by the way, I'm looking at you right now, we need the interest rates platforms charge to borrowers and payouts they make to us as lenders to be realistic and therefore sustainable. That's very important. And what you should see is a solid, realistic rate that you get paid, and you should also see the rate they charge is higher than what they pay you. That only makes sense. In banking, this is called the net interest margin, and it's where banks make most of their money, in fact. Here are 2 examples from our chart. NEXO and BLOCKFI. And as you can see here on the chart, these 2 have high payouts on stablecoins, which is the highest interest they pay. Yet both NEXO and BLOCKFI still manage a positive net interest margin metric. So NEXO here pays 12% on stables and they charge 13.9% on loans. The net interest margin is 13.9 minus 12, which is 1.9%, whereas BLOCKFI pays 7.5% on stables and charges 9.75 on loans. Their net interest margin, 9.75 minus 7.5% equals 2.25%, which means both are at about 2%, with BLOCKFI a little bit higher and NEXO a little bit lower. Both are well within the range of what well-managed lending companies or banks would be earning. And CoinLoan runs its net interest margin at about 0, and Binance's is even negative. So a question, therefore, you might ask yourself is, what is Binance doing with my USDT if they can afford to pay me 8%, but only charge others 2% every 6 months to borrow against it? Well, one thing is certain, they aren't just letting it sit there and do nothing because they would lose a full 8% if they did. You can see here that most rates are competitive, although UHODLer charges 26% interest on loans, even on stablecoins, and that's much higher than the others. Binance's 2% every 180 days is the lowest at 4% APY. All right, feature number 5 that we're looking at here is borrowing fees. And so far, all 5 of our platforms are keeping borrowing fees low. Some charge a fee for a forced liquidation, either for maybe non-payment or due to a decline in the value of the crypto collateral. Others don't charge for that. But Binance and NEXO win here for no borrowing fees at all for borrowers. This, of course, makes it easier for them to attract collateral to their platforms. And even BLOCKFI's 2%, which is the highest on this list, it's pretty reasonable if you think about it. 2% is a reasonable fee. But the competition in the market is showing you, it's showing me and the platforms that they cannot charge even that much, even something that is objectively reasonable. There are just too many other quality alternatives to borrow against your crypto. And if that's something you've done, if you've perhaps borrowed crypto before, let me know your thoughts about that. I'd love to hear about your experience. Provide some feedback if you'd be so kind in the comments below, and let us hear about how it went for you. Feature number 6, we are considering here Fiats Supported. Now, Binance offers you a lot of services aside from the lend service, but in this case, they are the only one on our list who support actually 0 fiats. Kind of surprising. And here, as you can see, the clear winner and the only one on the list that supports more than really 4 fiats is NEXO. In fact, they support over 40 fiats. And you can also do crypto to fiat and fiat to crypto loans, which is something that the other services don't offer. So if you think fiat is trash or maybe some sort of dumpster fire, which in many countries it is right now, given the inflationary circumstances we find ourselves in, If that's what you believe, then you can use it as collateral to borrow quality crypto or borrow and repay your loan in over 40 fiats. This is a big edge and a big competitive advantage that NEXO holds over other platforms. All right, and lastly here, feature number 7, we're going to do a summary of the additional services that are offered on these platforms. Now, there's no question that Binance is the winner here. Without any further suspense, I'll just say it, because with an account, you can access lend, but also things like margin, futures, options, and other services, like all the great stuff that global Binance offers. It's almost not even a fair comparison, as the other 4 are strictly lending companies, first and foremost, and Binance isn't. Binance is an exchange that offers all kinds of services. But among the other 4, NEXO and BLOCKFI both offer some pretty excellent services. For example, although NEXO was the first, both NEXO and BLOCKFI offer crypto-backed credit cards linked to your account. And both offer prime brokerage and institutional loan services too. Both also offer exchanges, swapping, and OTC, that's over-the-counter trades, for larger accounts. So both here offer a wide range of services for both retail and professional investors, putting them probably a step ahead of uHodler and CoinLoan. But uHodler's multi-signature HODL service is also a pretty nice value add for small investors that are otherwise intimidated by a multi-signature wallet setup. All right, so as we tally up all the platform's various advantages and disadvantages, where do we stand? Well, the leaders of the various features are as follows. For feature 1, having its own token, we'll call this a tie across the board because there are both advantages and disadvantages to having your own token. For feature number 2, top stablecoin interest rates, NEXO and CoinLoan lead this particular category, paying out 12%. For feature number 3, the number of cryptos offered for collateral, Binance leads for crypto only slightly, but NEXO is the clear overall winner with huge support for many fiats as well. Feature number 4, highest interest rate borrowers pay. NEXO and BLOCKFI here have the most realistic interest rate spreads when we look at net interest margins. Feature number 5, borrowing fees, including liquidation. Here, NEXO and Binance lead with no borrowing fees whatsoever. Feature number 6, fiats supported. NEXO crushes this category by supporting over 40 fiats, including fiat for collateral or repayment. And finally, feature number 7, which was additional services. Binance offers the most. That is not up for debate. But coming in tied for second, we have BLOCKFI and NEXO, which offer the most services for lending-focused crypto companies. And if you tally it all up, our clear winner here, going by these criteria, is NEXO. And this is especially true if you want a lending-first alternative, or maybe don't want to deal with the hassles of a Binance account. NEXO is doing a lot of things right. And if you want to see all the services NEXO has to offer, you can click the link below. It's going to be included in the description. You can give NEXO a try today, and you can lend, borrow, trade, swap, and a lot more, all from the same account. And I will say it again for a very limited time. That's not going to last much longer, guys. Our Altcoin Buzz access group is going to be free, which means you can get the most up-to-date research, trading signals, opinions, longs, shorts, stop losses, all of the more technical stuff, as well as research that highlights hidden gem and very, in fact, ultra low market cap altcoins. You can also talk directly with the great researchers. This is normally a $99 per month value. We are offering it for free as a trial. Check it out. More info can be found in the description below. Best of luck as always if you choose to invest, but never official financial or investment advice. If you're still watching this video, guys, kudos to you. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, hit the bell to receive notifications. Check out these other couple of videos popping up here to my left, to my right. Stay safe out there, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. And as always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.